Welcome back to the Boys Talk Biz. This week in business, it's Eddie Castle, the man, the myth, the suit, and my other guest, my other host,
Marty Stevens, aka BoyToy1999, aka White Mocha.
and we have our first guest today.
Boys are talking biz. Boys are talking biz.
He is Big Large McHuge. He is Gunzerker 343. His name, James Jones 64. It's James Michaels. Come on, let's bring him in. Where is he?
Where is he? Bring him in.
Where is he? Bring him in. Oh my God! There
what?
he is, the champion himself.
Glad to be here today.
Oh my God! How's it going, James?
Hey, it's going pretty good. How are you two doing?
Hey, not bad,
Yeah,
not
just
bad.
Making business.
Yeah, just been trading, dealing, wheeling, doing all the things that you can in the business.
Oh, yeah.
I have some big news, I guess, that I have to drop on the world. I'm officially off the market forever. I am engaged, officially. Jordan and I had a big thing, we got the ring and did the thing. So, yeah, it was great. Yeah. Any exciting thing you guys been doing this week?
Just doing the business, the tradings. I'm in the zones.
All in the Forex.
All in it. We're in it.
It doesn't
we're dialed
stop.
in. It does not stop. I haven't slept.
There's no sleeping.
There's no sleeping.
Sleep is for the weak.
Yeah, sleep is for the weak, dude.
James,
So-
anything big in your week?
Yeah, James.
Not-
Anything?
Not really. Not a whole lot. Just been on that grind,
That
day
grind.
in, day out.
Anything crazy going on in the IT world?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head.
All right. Did you happen to catch the Jujutsu Kaisen movie trailer?
I have not caught the trailer, but I have seen that it was announced.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Dude,
Fuck
I think it's gonna be
yes.
wild. I haven't watched the show yet. I'm gonna catch up on it. I'll get there eventually, but
Hmm.
I've heard it's one of the instant classic shows.
It is
There's
very
a-
good.
There's a ton of hype, but it's well deserved.
Yes.
I'm here for
Okay.
the hype.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I've heard good things. We're gonna go into, I guess, the origins of the Boys here
Of the boys,
as
yeah.
one of the last segments. Kind of talk about how we met, what brought us together, how we got to this point. So, Madi, do you wanna?
I think you guys should start because you guys met first.
I guess you did come in later in the story.
Technically,
Yeah.
We met first, but the boys were not formed then.
True.
That is
Because
true,
the
yeah.
original
True.
boys was us, Dennis, Elijah, Hayden, Michael, Sailor. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone else. Yeah,
Zach.
like if I could
You
Oh,
can
I just-
cut out. You can cut out some of them, but yeah.
yes,
Like those
Oh, yeah.
three.
live through the change.
Yeah, I would say so. Not all have made lived through the cuts. But yeah, I guess before the boys, James and I think we met in
It's like middle school, I think, 7th, 8th
yeah,
grade.
I say we knew of each other like third, fourth,
Yeah,
around those, but we never had any classes together. I don't think.
no.
I don't
then
think it
we
was
had-
like 6th or 7th grade that we started hanging out at recess and shit.
Yeah, and then the one thing I remember the most is Miss Wertz's class. You were the only person who could read my handwriting.
Yeah.
So that's why you and I started talking. It's one thing that I really remember.
Nice. Yeah, I remember dude, the hieroglyphs. It
Yeah,
was
dude, my handwriting has not changed from then too. It's still bad.
Hey man, I mean, I think that you're just actually writing in what will be the
I'm writing in a
next
future
level.
language. Yes.
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
writing
The
in a future
next
language.
level
Yeah.
of English.
Future proofing my handwriting.
Yeah, when the aliens come down and see the ancient texts, your
Yes.
handwriting is going to be the only thing left, and they're
Yeah,
going to be
it's
like,
gonna be like the
"This is
what's the
English."
one? What's the one like the translation like tablet?
Oh, Rosetta Stone.
The Rosetta Stone. Yes, it's gonna be the Rosetta Stone.
Nice. Yes. The Michael's Stone.
Yeah.
The Michael Stone.
But yeah, so we hung out. I know one of my earliest memories of James and I is we used to do this thing at recess where we would swing on the swings, and so we would have a bunch of people swing on the swings, and basically one person would swing, and then another person would walk through the swings backwards with their eyes closed and try not to get hit by the people who were swinging. And James was going through, and James was swinging. And everybody was getting scared, and I was like, "Come on, you guys are fucking pussies, bye," like whatever. And so I slowly back through, making my way through. James fucking slams in me. I fly like 6 feet back, and from then on, James was known as Freight Train.
Yeah. So
That
I
was
was
the origin story of Freight Train.
Yeah. As a backstory, I've never been tiny. So even in like during that time or whatever, I was probably still like 200, 240 or something pounds, give or take. It was a lot of force. I remember
right?
that. Yeah, I remember it was a lot of force.
It was a lot of force. I mean,
Yeah.
you were swinging high.
I was going hard. Yeah.
Yeah, like it was not a low swing.
No. Yeah.
By any means.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some air for sure. And in 6th grade, sheesh, I was so tiny. I had to weigh 60 pounds probably.
Yeah.
I was literally a stick. I was so small. It was awful. Yeah. So after that, let's see. I'd say that was kind of when we started the big boys. I'd say maybe like 8th grade is probably when it like truly formed together.
Yeah.
So maybe like another year after James and I started hanging out with our South Central friend group. I brought James over to Elijah's house, and we all started hanging out.
Yes,
and that was kind of when
that's where I met you, James. Was at Elijah's birthday party.
I remember Eddie mentioning like CST or something like that, maybe like a few times. And then got introduced into the CST boys through that. And I remember mentioning to my parents, like, yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with the guys. My stepmom would say, like, oh, which ones? Like the original boys or the CST guys? So like, it's now we're the big boys.
Yeah, we're the big. Yep.
The big boys.
Yeah.
That's right.
What an error we had. An era.
Yeah.
An era.
An era. Yes, it was quite an error. It was also an error.
Yeah.
There was,
there was a lot of.
You could also say terror.
Yeah. The error.
I mean, God, we could talk for years about the antics.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. To name one, the donut raids. How could you not mention the donut raids?
No.
It's very big, it's a very nice plateau area.
I mean, that was truly the peak of our high school selves was the donut
100%.
raids. If you're out there and you're looking for some way to get pretty much free donuts,
it is,
and maybe the cost of some coffee beans being mixed in there, dig through the trash at closing time. We're talking 5 minutes after closing of Dunkin' Donuts, or maybe 15. Let the people drive away. They don't like it when you take them for some reason.
9:05 p.m. whatever your local time is.
Yeah. Get to the dumpster. Check through. Some of the bags will have donuts. Some of the bags will have coffee stuff. Sometimes it'll be mixed. Sometimes you won't get any donuts. But most of the time, there's going to be some salvageable donuts. They'll be fresh in the trash, which means nothing has been in there. Nothing has contaminated it, so they're fine. We never got sick.
No,
yeah, we gotta
never
say.
once. None of
Don't
us.
shit
No.
on this homeless
Trash
stuff that we
nuts.
do.
Don't-
All right.
Don't shit on trash nuts.
Yeah. Don't shit on the trash donuts.
I think in my escapades through that, we were only successful like once or maybe like twice of all the times. We're like, that's what I remember.
Man,
But when we were
that's
successful, it was a heyday.
I mean, it's a lot of fucking donuts when you
Yeah.
get a good load.
Oh,
Yeah.
you get them. It's like 3 bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember let's see. There was one night that I remember me and Marty and Elijah got a bag each. Like, we
Yeah.
went there, it was just us 3, and we each got a bag of donuts. We brought it back to Elijah's house and just fucking slammed them. That was one. There was another one that I remember we took a bunch of bags and were throwing them in people's trash cans around Elijah's
Did
neighborhood.
we do that to Zach
Yeah.
Capris?
I think
Yes.
we did do that to Zach Capris. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that was great.
Remember
Classic.
that one time we were going through the trash and the cop came by and was like, "What are you guys doing?"
That was listen. Don't judge, man.
He was
Sometimes-
judging.
We're just yeah.
It's late. I want some donuts.
He was
They're
like,
was
free.
he was like,
They're free.
"I'm not here to like investigate." He's just like, "I'm just judging you guys right now."
What? I like literally. He
Such
was like,
all you
I'm not
want.
gonna.
I'm getting my donuts.
Yeah,
You
he was
want
like, I
to
don't.
this? These are donuts, man.
I did ask him.
He should have been in there with you.
Cops love donuts.
Yeah.
Dude, come on. Why was he there
I mean,
in the
this should
first
have been.
place?
This should have.
Yeah,
he was.
there for the donuts.
We were blowing up his spot. That's what
Yo,
happened.
That's what it is.
He was
The
trying
cop was coming there
Figured
for
it
the
out.
donuts,
Yeah.
and we stole them.
Yes.
all 3 bags.
Yeah. They were his.
Fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
That was his bribe.
It was great, man. It was great. I mean, it
Good
was a
times.
beautiful, successful heist. Yeah, man. Besides that, I mean, shit. After that, we've been hanging out, been watching wrestling events,
Gaming, tons of gaming.
Yeah.
of course.
lots of gaming,
Oh,
lots
my-
of gaming.
all the
Marathons,
shitty
movies.
movies.
Yeah.
So many shitty movies watched. I mean, it's been quite an eventful journey.
The
It's,
Twilight
you know,
franchise.
The Twilight. Oh, the Twilight binges.
The marathons.
What beautiful days. The marathons. Just thank you. Thank you,
The
Stephanie.
board games. The
You're
belts.
horrible. The
The
belts.
belts.
The titles.
The belts, dude.
Dude, the last title exchange is pretty insane. Dylan, the
Yeah.
Universal, Reed cannot be stopped
Yeah.
Yeah.
as the big boy belt holder. It's pretty dope. Besides that, I mean, yeah, we've been hanging out playing games. That's pretty much been the thing.
We've been friends
Pretty much
what?
been the MO for the last. Yeah, we've been hanging out for.
Since like freshman year of high school? Yeah?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds
I
right.
mean,
Yeah.
that's
That's when
probably
all
a
of us
good
would have
base
started
for
like
it.
driving.
Yeah.
Like,
So what? That's
no
like
better chance
that's
to
like
find-
20.
That's 20. Well, we graduated 2017, so 4 years minus that in
2013.
2014. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So coming up on like 8 years now. I have a question for you, James. Any anime besides Jujutsu Kaisen that you're watching these days?
Fortunately, due to like how like kind of streaming services are for anime watching, I have been able to catch up on that many. So I have been watching
Like-
much.
There's nothing to watch it on right now.
Yeah. Like I told Marty this, maybe like a month or so ago. I thought about rewatching all of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden,
Yeah.
and it just hasn't happened yet.
It'd be like that.
No.
It's a huge commitment, and it's now that Boruto's out too. It's adding another 250 episodes onto the watch time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up on One Piece. I'm not doing great. we're slowly making our way through, but it has not happened yet. They're just we got a lot of things to do. I'm always busy.
Yep. Life is
wheeling,
busy.
dealing, business,
Yep.
going crazy.
Making big money
Now-
moves.
Yeah. So, Marty, any crazy things in the Forex world this week before we get into James's big
What?
list?
Just a bunch of boring interest rates around the world. Everyone's putting out interest rates. This week was a very fundamental analysis week. So if you're a news-heavy trader, this was a week to make a lot of money. Congrats if you did. Sorry if you were on the other end and lost. It is what it is. Only thing that matters is I didn't lose any money. I made money, so.
Dab, 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 dab.
But yeah, just boring interest rates, economy stuff, you know.
I got you. I got you. So, I guess we'll get straight into it, man. James, our
Hold up,
first.
though.
Oh, James has got one thing.
Ooh.
Marty mentioning Forex did remind me of something. Of course, with the news nowadays that Facebook is changing its name to Meta, or it's involving the name of the Meta.
Metaverse. Yeah.
There is a crypto actually out there for Facebook called Mana. So it's not a proof of work, so you can't mine it with like a graphics card or with a CPU/GPU. It's you have to purchase the coin and hold on to it. But one of my friends that I actually know, he invested in the Mana like pretty early on, like it was point like 0.0001, like say cents or something like that. It's not. He now has like $8,000. It topped at 11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it topped at 11, and he's
Dude.
just holding on to it just to see, it's probably gonna go up.
That is incredible.
Yeah, he's gonna once it kind of peaks or hits a good solid point. He said he's going to sell out his portion and put down like a down payment for like a new car because his current one's kind of garbage.
That's baller.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really
He told
exciting.
me that one night, and I was
Love
like,
that.
dude, that's awesome.
We love
Uh-huh.
those stories.
Yeah,
Fantastic luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's funny too because they are, they're changing the name to Meta, but there's already a PC company named Meta.
Yep.
So-
I saw that.
They sent lawyers, cease and desist after them, tried to lowball them. They were like, "Oh, we're not going to give you shit for this name. Fuck you." And then Meta said, "Nah, we're actually not going to change our name." So Facebook just said, "Oh, actually, we're Meta now." And then they were like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" So, now Facebook owes them $20 million.
Yeah, simple as that. Just holding on to a name.
Yeah,
It's like
just you gotta hold out, dude. You always gotta
Yeah.
hold out.
It's like there's a market for like domain names or like websites. Like someone, I can't remember when it was, but it was past 2 or 3 years or something like that. There was a time frame, it was not even seconds or maybe a minute at max. Someone bought Google's domain name, www.google.com. Someone bought that for
Wow.
like, I don't know how much ever it was, whatever. But they owned that domain name for like 20 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
And Google just like bought it back.
Can you imagine being that guy? That's like a movie right there, like in
It's
itself.
crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, there had to have been so much like planning
Yeah,
to like
you
get it at
definitely
that
had to,
exact
like,
moment.
Yeah, you definitely had to do some research and maybe like set up like a bot to like go
Oh,
through.
probably.
Mhm.
Wow.
Or some marketing person who just like forgot to renew a contract through like whoever is their domain provider and just like, oh right, I forgot to do that.
That's incredible. Marty, can you look up where the Meta like PC company is out of? I want to see. I feel like it's going to be like a European kind of company. That's the one?
Meta PC is an Arizona-based startup company that offers high-end custom gaming PC builds.
Nice.
Arizona-based.
Weird.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Here it
I was
is.
expecting not US for some reason. I don't know why. Well, all right. Now that we've talked a little news about Facebook, James, hit us with your top 3 anime. Give us a little background why you like them, what inspires you about them.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let me pull up the list then because I actually made one.
Pull up the
Heck
yeah.
yes.
No, we talked about our list. I think in one of our our lost archive episodes. I don't know if we
Maybe.
were putting that one out or not.
Foreshadowing is foreshadowing. We're foreshadowing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, so I found the list.
Okay, so
So,
start
number one.
us off. No. Start us off at 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Wow.
So I really enjoyed it because it's just a super funny, super lighthearted with also like serious moments in it. Like literally, like season 2, like halfway through, it was sad. It was very sad.
Oh.
There was like, I don't want to. Have you guys watched it? Have you guys seen anything about it?
I know
Watched it.
I know what it is, and how
Okay.
much anime I've watched. I assume
Yeah.
I will see it in the future.
Okay,
100%.
so
Probably
there's
end
a
up
very
watching
like
it.
I'd say there's a very like traumatic like event like halfway through like season 2 or whatever it is, and it changes like the protagonist's like not psyche but like approach to like external forces. Because that
Okay.
time I got reincarnated as a slime is the person is a monster. It's a slime. They're not supposed to be anyone
Yeah.
important. Not supposed to be anyone special. But due to an event that happens in the first episode, they're able to like gain power and gain some smarts. Um, and so, but because you're a monster, you're treated a lot differently than, of course, anyone else, any other mortal, like regular humanoid race. And that leads into like this very traumatic and very special event in the second season.
Okay.
And so that part was great. The writing is great. It's funny. It's action packed. It's just a really good anime. I would recommend it.
I feel like I love the concept. Like,
Mhm.
it's a very individual
They-
concept for
They
a
do it
show. Like,
super well. They do it
That's
super
really cool.
well.
It
They make
started
it's
its own genre because there's other shows that are like, oh, I'm reincarnated as a
started
sword.
as yes. There's
Yeah.
like I got reincarnated as like a refrigerator and dungeon. I think there's one. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
whole genre
It-
now.
Yeah.
MMORPG anime is becoming its own genre.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Because this went beyond like the standard like isekai kind of like anime genre, and like
Yeah.
like you said, built its own like way into it.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've watched a couple of shows like that, like you guys watch like High School DxD. That's like, it's not exactly the same thing, but
But still,
There's a
kind of
little-
like someone gets introduced to a new kind of realm,
Yeah.
a new world that they've never been in
Exactly,
before.
yeah.
100%.
And you have to kind of figure out the ins and outs. In this case, it's like more DxD. It's like political. There's
High
lots
School
of
DxD
power plays behind the scenes.
Is like every genre though. Like
Yeah,
it hits all
yeah.
the boxes.
It can,
It's the
it can fit
strangest
a lot
thing.
of It has a lot. It has a lot of hats.
Yeah, I was saying there's a lot to it.
Hmm.
So, all right. So, what's the next one, James? Number two.
Silver
So
medal.
number 2,
Yes, the
Overlord.
silver medal.
This
Oh
is-
wow!
So I love the Overlord series. I
Overlord
own
is
almost
really
all the
cool.
light novels. I've read I've read them multiple times. I've watched the anime multiple times. Subbed, dubbed, all that.
Dub.
What I really like about it is it's just the bad guy. This is not like happy-go-lucky. This is a completely over the turn of that time I got reincarnated as a slime. You are the bad guy. You're not trying to not be the bad guy. You are just trying to do what you want to do and live the next day. So
You're
that's what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally living through the villain's POV.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
You're the big bad. You're the big bad evil guy.
Uh-huh.
And that's
Yeah,
like no
you're
one
Ganondorf.
else. Yeah, no one else can hold a candle to you strength wise. You are the be all, and you're a cataclysmic, apocalyptic event. You're a world ender if you want it to be.
Such a good show. I've
It's
only
really good.
seen.
I really enjoy it.
I think I've only seen the first season. Maybe
Mhm.
I might have seen the second season.
Season 2. See, I did not originally like season 2 because it got very political. It wasn't very much about Ainzel God, the main character. It was more about the kind of like side characters. But I rewatched it again and I was like, okay, I can kind of enjoy this more. Because it sets up a lot of stuff for like season 3, and then even more so in like the light novels.
It's always
Yeah.
something that happens in anime. The season
Yeah,
2
yeah,
is
yeah.
always the setup for season 3.
Yeah, and then
And
season
people
3
are always
just like,
shitting
all
on
right.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then once season 3 comes, that's always how it goes. Once season 3 of One Punch Man comes out, everyone's gonna die,
Yeah,
and everyone's
Balling.
gonna be so upset that they shit on season 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, gotta say, season 3's opening, I have that on like multiple Spotify playlists because it's super good.
Most of their openings are pretty good.
Their composer did a really good job.
Nice. Oh
Yeah.
man, anime openings.
Yeah,
It's truly. I mean, like it should be its own genre. They're so good in their own right. I mean,
Yeah. it's like
It's
how
just
can I
insane.
go through or like involve most of this anime story in like 3 minutes?
literally.
It's like
It's
okay,
also
cool.
always funny because technically all of like anime openings have like spoilers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
always see shit. And you're like, what the fuck is that? Like,
JoJo's season 1 opening
Oh my-
had like
it has like the whole story.
yeah.
It's really cool. And then, oh god, I could talk about anime openings for hours, dude. Over the time when the JoJo animes would like change, like because you're slowly getting farther into the boss fight and like the time starts stopping and stuff. Oh my god, it's just so good. James, hit us with the number one. What is it?
Now you probably already know this. Hajime no Ippo.
Oh
This is-
yeah,
This anime
Yes!
made me want to. It made me want to start boxing.
that's
I looked
exactly
into-
how I felt.
I looked into like going to like a boxing club or like a boxing like area at school, or
Yes.
whatever. It's just so like because Ippo's just like you're an average like like high school like Japanese high school student, and then he's just like he gets bullied, and then just meets Takamura, and Takamura's such a character because like.
He's a god.
He's not the like main character, like the protagonist, but he becomes it just like through like getting like the world championship title, defending it, moving up the weights for the different titles. It's just so good, and just seeing like character growth and development from the beginning to end, and then continuing that on to the manga. I mean, it's just so good.
It's a
I gotta
very,
stand
very
proud.
well-crafted show.
Yeah, Stand Proud, which is one of the openings. It sounds like it's one that at the beginning sounds like like the Rocky like theme or whatever. It is so good.
Yeah. I've only so far only dove into the manga. I think I'm on like chapter 300, I think. Takamura like just won the world championship the
Yes.
first time in
Yeah.
the manga where I'm at. And
Nice.
oh my god, it's truly I mean an instant classic right from the start. You can
Yeah.
just like it's got the pacing, you know what I mean? Like it just
Yeah.
immediately you're hooked. There's no stopping. Ippo is such a good, like pure character. Takamura
He's so well
is
written.
so
It's-
weird.
Yeah.
The
He's
old
weird but
guy
good.
is so
Yeah.
charismatic. There are so many weird ass characters, and they're all so fleshed out so well, and you root for them all. Even the bad
Yes.
guys.
Yes.
Even the bad guys,
Dude,
like they have
yeah.
Oh,
Volgev?
the Russian guy that
Yes.
Ippo fights at the
Volgev,
beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Yes. He has
he
such.
comes back too. He's a mainstay and like
he comes back.
come
That's
on,
so
spoil- yes,
exciting.
he comes
Nah,
back.
I mean, whatever.
Yes,
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, he
But,
becomes like not a mainstay, but like he like comes back for
That's
like
really
different
cool.
arcs.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And then you
It's
had
an incredible
Ippo's
show.
Foil Miyata, who was he was trained
Yes.
to be a boxer from the get go, but he can't like handle taking a punch, so he's like a counter puncher.
Yes. His original rival.
Yes, and then they split ways.
They do. Yeah, he
Yeah.
went to fight in
It was like the Asian,
Philippines?
yeah, it's the Philippines, the Asia Pacific, like circuit
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
area.
something
Yeah.
along those lines.
So he also fights
Yeah.
like an Australian guy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god, yeah, the scary Australian guy.
Yep. Have you? Okay, no. So you haven't been to the flashback yet for the coach.
For the World War II fight?
Yes. Yes.
I
Did
have
you
actually.
consider-
I've seen
okay,
those.
yeah. I
Those
can't
are
remember when that
pretty
was, yeah.
sweet.
Dude,
Yeah,
that,
like, those like just happened.
yeah. And he's like punching in like the railroads or the spikes into the railroad to get like strength in his
That's
hands.
That's like such anime
He's just
bullshit.
bleeding from his like knuckles.
Can you imagine actually punching railroad spikes? That would
Dude,
hurt.
your knuckles
That would literally.
shatter.
Yes,
Like,
it would
yeah.
shatter your hands.
I
Like
don't
that's
care if
such
you're using
anime
like 16
bullshit.
ounce gloves. Like you're bad.
You're gonzo. You're donezo.
You're
But
not,
the-
especially not getting into a fight. Like
The backstory
A
of the
boxing
old
fight
man
after.
of him and his friend is
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah,
They're so cool. The fact that they like kind of got boxing to be a thing in Japan,
yeah.
like through World War II, basically, is pretty sweet. All right, well, James, anything you want to say to the world before we end the boys talking biz today?
Be good people. That is all.
Short but sweet. I like it, James.
Impact. High
Beautiful.
impact.
Yes. Short, sweet, impactful. Well, that's the Boys Talk Biz. Thank you. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. Like our stuff. James, any social
Like,
media
comment,
handles you want
subscribe.
people to follow you on?
Oh, I got no plugs. I don't like
Okay.
social media.
All right.
All right. No social media. We don't want it. Get him out of here. Don't follow James.
Yeah.
Don't
You don't
do
know
it.
me. If you
Don't
think you know
follow
me,
him.
you
Don't
know
look
me.
up James.
You don't know
James.
him. You've never
Yeah.
heard of him.
Yeah. I'm not actually here.
He wasn't
I'm
here.
having all your
Never here.
imaginations.
All right. That's the Voice Talk Biz. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Peace.